If Obamacare is not repealed and replaced, we will never get out from under this system, and it will ruin our country. It will. It already has. It's that serious of an issue. In fact, I understand why Trump had tweeted back in 2011, 12, how it's a threat to it's a threat to everything. And what's happened because of it is that people in associations and CDC, HHS have become the dictators over healthcare, and they've put every hospital, especially because of mergers, under one umbrella. The only way to get the system back to where we did have positive outcomes, where there is staffing, where quality of care is put first, is the monopolies will have to be broken up, and the first avenue to get there will have to be to repeal Obamacare. I understand that the healthcare systems think that they're high and mighty and grand, and so does American Nurses Association and all the rest. But if Trump, that's why they don't want Trump in. That's why leading up to 2020, National Nurses United and American Nurses Association and all the hospitals wrote horrible articles about Trump because they wanted to keep their dictator system of socialized Obamacare health system in. But it's been shown in history that socialized medicine leads to poor outcomes. If that's not obvious at this point for people, then you don't have common sense. Because there was a time we didn't have people saying, well, when the next pandemic arrives. We weren't being controlled by the World Health Organization or government. That's the opposite of what our country is supposed to be about. I'm sorry that the nurses at American Nurses Association and National Nurses United care more about them playing dictator roles than having positive outcomes, and more importantly, respecting the Constitution of freedom in this country. But the fact of the matter is if it's not repealed, there's no chance for America. Because even if you fix DEI and get rid of it in the education system, the healthcare system will still be pushing it. All of these agencies have to be, they all have to be disconnected. When each hospital goes back to running independently based on their community needs, their staffing, all of that, and there's nobody dictating or pressuring the hospitals that you have to do this, you have to do that, then we will have positive outcomes again. Maybe the nurses at National Nurses United and American Nurses Association have convinced themselves that somehow Obamacare is necessary by saying, oh no, everything will fall apart without Obamacare. No, we did very good without it. We did better before it came. It was designed. It was the reason Hillary Clinton wanted so badly to get universal health care. So they want to take it even more further than socialized medicine. They want to take it into the full universal healthcare system, which will be a unsanitary system. It'll be a Venezuela healthcare. So there's no chance for our country without the repeal of Obamacare. And I would trust Trump when he says he has an alternative for that, especially when he says it doesn't have to be about money. I think a lot of these things are easily fixed. The problem is these people that want control of this country and want to take freedoms away from you and I, they are holding on tight to their socialized medicine. They're holding on tight to pushing the color revolution down nurses and educators' throats. Those are not the people that should be heading up nursing. If we had never gone into the socialized medicine of Obamacare, I wouldn't have been dealing with the type nurses I've dealt with. I guarantee you I would have never encountered a chief nursing officer that had no problem emotionally abusing a boy, and yet the very people that wanted to ignore what she did that are tied to American Nurses Association, because they ignored all that because they knew the overall goal is all they had in mind, which was they had Obamacare in at that time. It didn't matter what they did. So they put these corrupt leadership people in place, or weak ones that just still bend over for anybody. But there's no way that our country, that these people cannot have this much power over others. Because they have all this power, it's the reason I've run into these chief nursing officers or managers that really, they border on sociopathic behavior. They do. So when you have that type of leadership in, you're not going to have good outcomes. You're going to have turnover, constant turnovers. In socialized medicine, that's what you have, is constant turnover. Because socialized medicine, Obamacare took everything to being about money and no longer about positive outcomes. The role of American Nurses Association and American Medical Association is to write a bunch of fluffy papers and tell you about all these positive outcomes, but there hasn't been. If you work in healthcare, all you need to do is look around and see, no, none of the things they're doing makes sense. We need to get rid of Obamacare, and we need to get rid of it to save this country.